Why your dog stares at you while pooping. It's not what you think. The moment you step outside with your canine companion for their daily constitutional, a peculiar and somewhat awkward ritual often unfolds. As your dog begins to settle into their chosen spot, they do not look away to grant themselves privacy. Instead, they lock eyes with you in a gaze so intense it feels almost confrontational or deeply personal. To the human mind, which views defecation as a private, vulnerable, and perhaps slightly embarrassing act, this unwavering eye contact feels like a social faux pas or a bizarre personality quirk. You might find yourself looking away, feeling a sense of secondhand embarrassment, or even wondering if your dog is judging you or asking for something specific in that very moment. However, to understand this behavior, one must strip away human social conventions and peer through the lens of evolutionary biology and pack psychology. This stare is not a request for a treat, nor is it a display of canine defiance or a lack of manners. Rather, it is a deeply rooted behavioral remnant from their wild ancestors that speaks volumes about the profound relationship between you and your pet. By exploring the mechanics of this gaze, we can begin to appreciate the silent communication that occurs during these seemingly mundane daily walks and understand the true weight of the bond you share. To grasp why this behavior occurs, we must first travel back thousands of years to the era of the wild wolf, the genetic predecessor of the modern domestic dog. In the wild, the act of elimination is one of the most dangerous moments in an animal's life because it requires them to remain stationary and physically preoccupied in a posture that makes a quick escape nearly impossible. During these few minutes, a wild canine is a sitting duck for predators that might be lurking in the brush, waiting for a moment of distraction to strike. This inherent biological vulnerability created a survival necessity for sentinel behavior, where members of a pack would look to one another for cues regarding safety and potential threats. When your dog crouches down today, that ancient survival software is still running in the back of their mind, signaling that they are currently at risk. Because they consider you to be a vital member of their pack, and in many ways, the leader, they instinctively look to you to scan the horizon and monitor the environment. They aren't staring at you to be weird. They are staring at you because they are trusting you with their life, looking for any sign of tension or alarm in your body language that might indicate an approaching danger they cannot see. Beyond the raw biological urge for survival lies a fascinating psychological component centered on the concept of shared vulnerability and the reinforcement of social bonds. In the domestic environment, your dog has learned that you are the primary provider of safety, food, and emotional stability, which transforms the walk into a collaborative mission rather than a solo excursion. This gaze is a form of checking in, a psychological tether that ensures the two of you remain synchronized even during a physical process that usually demands isolation in the human world. It is an expression of absolute, unwavering trust that is rarely matched in other interspecies interactions. When your dog locks eyes with you, they are essentially asking for a status report on the immediate surroundings, relying on your superior height and perspective to act as a lighthouse in the dark. This psychological reliance is a testament to the depth of the canine-human bond, showing that even in their most primal and exposed moments, their first instinct is to seek a connection with you. Understanding this helps shift the perspective from one of awkwardness to one of profound appreciation for the level of security your dog feels in your presence, as they truly believe you are their ultimate guardian. The mechanics of this eye contact also touch upon the fascinating world of canine hormonal responses and the oxytocin loop that exists between humans and dogs. Scientific studies have shown that mutual gazing between a dog and its owner can trigger the release of oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, in both species, similar to the chemical bonding that occurs between a mother and her infant. While the context of defecation might seem like an unromantic time for such a hormonal surge, the intensity of the stare during a period of vulnerability actually heightens the emotional stakes. Your dog is not just looking for predators. They are looking for reassurance and a sense of belonging. This eye contact serves as a silent dialogue that reinforces the social hierarchy and the emotional safety net you provide. If you respond with a calm, neutral, or encouraging presence, you are effectively lowering their cortisol levels and making the experience a positive one. This interaction is a microcosm of the larger relationship, where even the most basic physiological needs are tied to the emotional support system provided by the owner. It highlights that for a dog, there is no such thing as a private moment that excludes their pack, as their entire existence is fundamentally intertwined with your physical and emotional availability. Consider a real-life scenario where a dog might suddenly break their gaze and bolt, or conversely, refuse to go at all if their owner is distracted by a smartphone. You may have noticed that on days when you are preoccupied, looking at your screen, or perhaps walking impatiently, your dog seems more hesitant or takes longer to find the spot. This is because they aren't receiving the all-clear signal they subconsciously crave from your eyes. If you are staring at a glowing rectangle instead of the environment, your dog perceives that the sentinel is off duty, which increases their anxiety about the surrounding area. On the flip side, many owners report that if they make eye contact and give a small, reassuring nod or maintain a relaxed posture, the dog finishes their business much more quickly and confidently. This real-world feedback loop demonstrates that the stare is a functional tool used by the dog to gauge the safety of the theater of operations. It is not just a theory found in textbooks, it is a lived experience that shapes the efficiency and stress levels of your daily routine. By paying attention to these cues, you can actually improve your dog's bathroom habits and reduce any outdoor-related anxiety they might be harboring about strange noises or unfamiliar territories. In addition to the sentinel theory, we must also address the reward-seeking aspect of this behavior, which is a byproduct of modern training techniques. From the time they are puppies, we celebrate when our dogs go outside, often following the act with high-pitched praise, enthusiastic petting, or a delicious treat to reinforce housebreaking. Consequently, many dogs develop a secondary reason for staring. They are anticipating the payoff for their good behavior. They are essentially watching you to see when the reward machine is going to activate. This creates a mix of biological instinct and learned behavior where the dog is both checking for safety and checking for their paycheck. You might notice their ears perk up or their tail give a slight wag while they are still in the middle of the act. This is the physical manifestation of their anticipation. This dual-purpose gaze, half survival, half profit motivated, shows just how adaptable and observant dogs are to our reactions. They have mapped out our patterns so well that they can multitask between staying alive and getting a snack, all while maintaining a steady gaze that we find so confusing. This blend of ancient instinct and modern training makes the poop stare a uniquely complex behavior in the animal kingdom. So, how should you, the formal and responsible owner, react when you find yourself caught in this intense canine stare? The most effective approach is to honor the unspoken contract of the pack and provide the all-clear that your dog is looking for. You do not necessarily need to stare back with equal intensity, as that can sometimes be interpreted as a challenge or a distraction, but you should maintain a calm and vigilant posture. Avoid burying your head in your phone or turning your back completely until they have finished, as this can inadvertently signal to your dog that you are not paying attention to potential threats, which might make them cut the process short or feel unnecessarily stressed. A simple, relaxed stance while glancing around the environment tells your dog, "I have the watch, you are safe." Once they have finished, a brief moment of quiet praise or a quick treat reinforces the positive nature of the interaction. By stepping into the role of the reliable sentinel, you are not just helping them go, you are actively strengthening the foundation of trust that defines your companionship. It is a small gesture of leadership that resonates deeply with their psychological needs and ensures that your walks remain a source of bonding rather than a source of tension. In conclusion, the next time you find yourself at the other end of a focused, unblinking canine gaze during their private time, remember that it is one of the highest compliments a dog can pay you. It is a behavior that bridges the gap between the wild past and the domesticated present, serving as a reminder that your dog views you as their protector, their leader, and their most trusted ally. It isn't about a lack of privacy, it's about a surplus of trust. By understanding the biological, psychological, and evolutionary drivers behind this act, we can move past the initial awkwardness and appreciate the sophisticated social intelligence of our pets. They are constantly communicating with us, even in moments that we consider mundane or unpleasant, using every tool at their disposal to ensure the safety and cohesion of the pack. Embracing this role as their guardian not only makes life easier for your dog but also enriches your own understanding of the silent language of animals. So, stand tall, keep a watchful eye on the horizon, and take pride in the fact that your dog trusts you enough to let their guard down in your presence. It is a beautiful, if slightly messy, testament to the unique and enduring friendship that exists between humans and their best friends, proving that even the simplest behaviors have profound meanings hidden just beneath the surface.